You know, if you think that today's chatbots are the peak of AI, well, I've got some news for you. That whole world of single question, single answer AI, that was just the opening act. The main event, the next massive leap for artificial intelligence, is already here, and it is going to fundamentally change everything we think AI can do. So let's pull back the curtain on what's coming next.
For the past couple of years, we've all gotten pretty used to AI as a tool, right? This is generative AI. It's reactive. You give it a prompt, it spits back a response. You say, hey, write an email for me, and boom, it writes one email. It's powerful for sure, but it just waits for your next command. Agentic AI is a whole different ballgame. It's not a tool, it's more like a teammate. You can give it a really broad goal, something like plan my company's next product launch, and it becomes proactive. It doesn't just do one thing, it actually creates and then executes a whole multi-step plan all on its own to get there.
So what does that really mean for an AI to have agency? What's the secret sauce here? What's the thing that transforms it from just a passive tool into an active partner?
Well, if you dig into the academic research, you get a pretty clean definition. Agentic AI is an autonomous, goal-driven system. But the key phrase you really need to zero in on is for long periods. See, this isn't about one-off, isolated tasks. This is about giving an AI a high-level goal and then having the confidence that it can actually see it all the way through with you barely having to check in.
Okay, so how do these systems pull off that kind of autonomy? It really all boils down to these three pillars. First, you've got planning. An agent can take a big, complex goal, like, say, find the best flight and hotel for a trip to Tokyo, and it can intelligently break that down into all the little steps, searching flight websites, comparing prices, reading hotel reviews. Next up is memory, and this is absolutely crucial. The agent remembers what it's already done and what it's learned. That's what keeps it from getting stuck in a loop or completely forgetting what its main goal was. And finally, and this one is a real game changer, is tool use. The agent isn't just stuck with what it knows. It can actively go out and use external tools. It can browse the web, it can run code, it can connect to other apps to get the job done.
And I want to be super clear, this isn't just some theory locked away in a research lab. Agentic AI is already being built and deployed out in the real world. A whole new ecosystem of frameworks and models is popping up at a pace that is just breathtaking. So let's take a look at the tools developers are actually using to bring these agents to life. The great news for developers is that you don't have to start from scratch. There's this whole suite of powerful open-source frameworks. LangChain, for example, is amazing for linking different tasks together in a sequence. Imagine an AI that can search the web, then summarize what it found, and then draft an email about it, all in one seamless flow. Then you've got AutoGPT, which really pushes the limits of autonomy. It can even self-correct its own plans when it runs into new information. And what about teamwork? Well, that's where AutoGen comes in. It actually lets you have multiple specialized AI agents all collaborate and talk to each other to solve even more complex problems.
This right here perfectly captures the insane speed of all this innovation. We are witnessing a true Cambrian explosion of these agentic systems from all the biggest names in tech. I mean, Google's Gemini 3 Pro is built specifically for these kinds of complex agentic tasks. NVIDIA is creating agents that can master video games. Alibaba is developing agents that can use a graphical interface just like a person would. And you've got companies like Minimax launching models that are built for autonomous coding. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now in basically every industry you can think of.
But, of course, as these systems get more and more autonomous, it brings up some really profound questions. When an AI can act entirely on its own, how do we make sure it acts safely, ethically, and in our best interest? And this brings us to the human factor.
This is the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it? If an autonomous financial agent makes a really bad trade, or a logistics agent messes up and orders the wrong supplies, who's to blame? Is it the user who gave it the goal, the developer who built the agent, the company that deployed it? The old answers just don't fit anymore.
And the challenges here are significant. It goes way beyond just accountability. There are huge security risks. What if someone hijacks an agent's access to its tools for malicious purposes? Or what if someone deliberately corrupts its training data? It's a technique called data poisoning to make it unreliable. Then you have ethical misalignment, where an agent, just trying to be efficient, might produce biased or unfair results. And the privacy issues are just staggering. One study found that a shocking 78% of organizations already report data safety problems with these systems. That is a massive, massive red flag.
Thankfully, we're not flying completely blind into this new world. Major institutions are already trying to tackle these governance issues head-on. Stanford's Cyber Policy Center, for instance, has a whole program focused on exactly this, creating frameworks to make sure that emerging tech, like agentic AI, actually aligns with democratic values and the rule of law.
The industry is also stepping up. Just think about a world where AI agents can create documents, images, and videos all by themselves. How do you know what's real? Well, there's this alliance called the C2PA. That stands for the Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity, and it includes heavyweights like Adobe, Microsoft, and Intel. What they're doing is building the technical standards to essentially create a digital watermark, certifying the source and history of content so that we can actually trust what we see online.
This quote really just captures the whole essence of the transformation we're seeing. We're moving way past simple, mindless automation. The big shift is towards systems that are, quote, reflective and autonomous. These things are capable of tackling complexity in a way that really starts to mimic and, in some cases, even surpass human project management.
And so we end right back where we started, but hopefully with a much deeper understanding. That line between a tool and a teammate is getting blurrier every single day. The systems we're building right now are going to profoundly shape our world tomorrow. How we choose to design them, to govern them, and to collaborate with these new autonomous partners, that's going to be one of the most important stories of the next decade.